Today, I'll be showing you how to replace the right analog stick on the Nintendo Switch Lite. Tools needed: screwdriver with 00Y and 00 Phillips, a plastic pry tool, and tweezers. I like to put something soft underneath the switch to protect the screen. We're going to start by removing the back shell. Start with the 00Y bit, and we're going to remove the 4 screws on the back. Once those 4 screws are removed, you can switch over to the 00 Phillips. And you'll be using 00 Phillips for the rest of the removal. We have 2 screws on the top. Be very careful with these screws, they will strip easily. Flip it over, and you've got 2 screws on the bottom. Once those screws are removed, you're going to lift up from the speaker. You're going to lift up from the speaker hole at the bottom here and just pry it apart. I've opened this one before, so it's a lot easier. You may have to struggle with it a little bit more. Once that bottom comes off, let it be right there. Spin it around to the top. And now you want to be very careful with the top. Right here, the case will crack, and it's already cracked on mine. You can actually see the crack there. We're just going to kind of hold on to it and pry back very gently until it releases. Okay, now that we're inside, we're going to remove this metal plate. To remove the metal plate, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, and this 4th screw is different. It is yellow colored. The rest are silver. Now you can lift off this metal plate, but be aware there is thermal paste right here, so there may be some suction, some resistance. But you just lift it out. And you'll see there's the thermal paste. Yours might be a different color. This has been reapplied by me. Set that aside. Now that we're inside, the first thing you need to do is disconnect this battery. So what I'm going to do is take my fingernail and lift up this little white tab and then use the pry tool to remove the ribbon cable and my finger. Just pull that back. Once that is disconnected, be very careful with it. It is fragile. You're going to get underneath the battery connector and pry up. And there you go. Battery's disconnected. And now we can continue on our work. Now to get to the joystick, you need to remove everything here. Unfortunately, it's underneath this main board, and that's what makes this job so difficult. But let's start with the heat pipe. There are 3 screws. 1, 2, 3. With the heat pipe, you're going to want to grab your pry tool again, because there's going to be thermal paste underneath here, and there's going to be some suction there. So you're going to lift that up. There's also some tape here. This fuzzy black is tape holding the heat pipe to the fan. I've already removed that, and that's why it just pops up. You may need to cut that or try and peel it back. And that just lifts out. Be careful because you have thermal paste on the top and the bottom. You don't want to get that anywhere. Now we're going to remove the game card slot and the headphone jack. There's actually 7 screws here. Once you have the screws removed, there's the ribbon cable. Again, I'm just going to use my fingernail to lift up on the white tab. And then just lift and pull this out. And that's free. Now we can remove the right trigger. Just 2 screws. After those pieces are removed, we have a few more steps to take. We need to disconnect these 2 antenna cables. We need to disconnect 1, 2, 3, 4 ribbon cables, and then unscrew a few screws, some holding in the speaker and some just holding in the main board. For the antenna cables, I'm going to use my pry tool. I'm going to lift up to be able to get my hands on it, and then just lift up and it'll pop out. There we go. And just kind of get these out of the way. Now I want to do all the ribbon cables. So the ribbon cables, same thing as before. We're going to use the fingernail, lift up on the lock, and then use the pry tool to just twist them away. And you'll see them and feel them disconnect. With this one here, just be careful of this thermal paste. You don't want to get your hands in there. I was able to just pull that one back with my thumb. Should be able to do the same with this one. This one's not coming away easily, so I'm just going to use the pry tool. Just slightly touch it and pull it back. Last ribbon cable. Now that the ribbon cables are removed, we can focus on the screws that remain. So the remaining screws are to the left of the fan, the 2 surrounding the power connector, 1 yellow one next to this cable we just disconnected, and 2 yellows on either side of the speaker. So remember that the yellows are on the left-hand side, silvers are on the right. All right, we are now good to pull out the main board. So I'm going to go ahead and grab it from this left side. You can use your plastic pry tool to get underneath. And you're just going to lift up on it. Be very mindful of all those cables. Once you lift it up, you can pull it out. And there's your main board. Now that main board is removed, you have access to the right analog stick. You also have access to all the face buttons. So if you had issues with the face buttons or wanted to swap them out, you got that as well, and the shoulder button. So let's go ahead and focus on the right analog stick. There are 2 screws holding it in. Now there is a little grommet that you got to kind of get it around, this little black piece here. But other than that, it just lifts right out. Now there's nothing wrong with this analog stick, so I'm just going to go ahead and put it back in, and I'll show you how to do the reinstall. So when you're reinstalling this, you just got to make sure the ribbon cable is facing up. And we're just going to slide it back into place, being mindful of that grommet. You will see while I was doing that, this little rubber piece popped off. I'm going to put that back into place. Just sits in place. Okay. Now you're going to probably want to have to lift the system up so that this doesn't jump around, and grab your screw and put the 2 screws back in. Once that's replaced, we can put the main board back in. Now this is a very difficult process because we need to make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ribbon cables don't get trapped underneath it, the 2 antenna, and the power battery connector. So I'm going to take it and slide it in this way, making sure the battery connector and these 2 antenna stay out of the way. Okay. And then I'm going to drop it into place. And I'm just not going to push it down. We're just going to set it there because now I'm going to take my plastic pry tool and just get underneath here and twist these cables into place. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. And as you do that, it'll drop in. And the 4th one is the actual analog stick ribbon cable. And there you go. That's all our cables back up where they need to be. Now reconnecting these cables are another problem, but we're gonna start with the antenna. With the antenna, you're just gonna grab it with your hand to put it into the right spot. And then I use my thumbnail to push down. And it's just gonna click into place. It's metal on metal. If you're having issues getting to click down like I am, you can also kind of put it on its end so you can see what you're doing. And just get it into the right spot. And click it into place. So you see that was a little more difficult for me. But now we're going to go to the black antenna. Similar experience. Get into place. Take your nail, push it into place. And then you do need to be careful of this black wire right here. It's hard to see on camera, sorry about that. But the wire goes down here. You got to make sure that fits right in there next to the fan. Tucks right in. All right, now we can do the ribbon cable for the fan. To make sure the lock is up. And then I'm going to use my tweezers. It is ideally you'd want to use plastic tweezers just because you don't want to damage these ribbon cables. But I like how precise the metal ones are. And you're just going to grab the cable and push it down into place. Once you have it kind of aligned, you can also just try and use your finger, making sure that lock remains open. And once it feels like it's in place, just gently give it some pressure and put the lock down. Okay, 1 ribbon cable in. Next ribbon cable is right here. Put that right into place, close the lock. Next, this one's a little more difficult. What I'll do too is take the tweezers to get it pushed down and then guide it with my finger. Make sure that lock is up. And sorry guys, this is not easy to see. Very small parts, but I'll do my best to try and explain. Making sure that lock is up. And you just really need to push down this ribbon cable until it gets into the right spot. And it's in. It wants to go there, so as long as you just give it the right direction, a little bit of a push, just be very careful. They're super fragile. Okay, last ribbon cable right here for the analog stick. All of our ribbon cables are now in place. Time to put some screws in. I'm going to start with the silver screws on the right, which is 1 on either side of the USB-C power. 1 to the left of the speaker. Then we've got our yellow screws on the left-hand side of the board. We've got 1 right here next to the ribbon cable, and 1 on either side of the speaker. Next, we've got the right shoulder button. That just sits in place, and 2 screws. Game card slot and headphone jack. I like to connect the ribbon cable first because you can just slot it in and close the lock. And then there's some pins that allow you to push this into place. And then we'll put our 7 screws in. Heat pipe, just be careful. Remember, you've got thermal paste on both sides. That just drops into place and you've got 3 screws. Now we can reconnect the battery and the ribbon cable here. So the battery, you're just going to bend it back into place and push into the connector. And then this ribbon cable, same thing, make sure the lock is up. Bend it back into place and just push in. Now we've got the metal shield and that just drops into place. And 4 screws. Now remember, the yellow screw goes over here on the left. We can put the back plastic shell back on. So this, we're going to do a reverse of removing it. We're going to start at the top and just kind of shimmy it into place. Be careful not to snap the piece that I've already snapped over here. Okay. Make sure to get that snapped in. There we go. And then we can come around to the bottom and it should just push right into place, just like that. We're going to do the screws on the top and the bottom first. Be advised, these screws are not magnetic, so you do need to kind of just drop them into place and screw them in. Do not over tighten. These screws will strip very easily. So just tighten them a little bit. Just tighten until it feels right. Do not over tighten. Then on the bottom, we've got the 2 next to the charge port. Now our 4 holes on the back, we need to switch to our Y. All right, guys, and that's it. I hope this video helped. If it did, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.